confusion there?
Not really. They are different. The Honorable Kabuleta's slogan is money in the pocket. Ours is fixing the economy, putting money in the economy, in the pocket. So it is really different. Even if
so it's just an elongation which differentiates the two?
It is different. So and the public has really accepted it. We have popularized it in our manifesto. Our manifesto has really been accepted by a section of the people in the society, where we have marketed it. We are going to continue marketing it throughout the campaign season, and we expect Ugandans to trust us basing on our hashtag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Honorable Dennis, different candidate every other time. There is no consistency right there, not to say it should be entirely, but don't you think that every other time that you come up with a new presidential candidate, it's a start all over again for the party, like Forum for Democratic Change? 2016, Kizza Besigye. 2021, you have Patrick Oboya-Muria. 2026, you have Nathan Nandala Mafabi. Aren't you going over and over again with a presidential candidate for the party?
Where democracy flourishes, new faces comes, if democracy dictates. We have various competent leaders in FDC as a party, and we pick one at a time because we have a lot of leaders with capacity to lead this country. We have democracy. We select according to the will of the people, the members of the party. That is number one. Secondly, we should not glorify longevity in office. For example, when you look at almost the 40 years that President Museveni is taking.
Candidature is not an office, though, Honorable.
Of course, that is why I'm saying we should not glorify longevity in office. So if FDC, our party, chose to have a democratic processes that can alternate our fighters, is okay. For me, I feel it is very good, other than having one consistent person. Of course, if you have the best striker, at time you maintain, if it is your party. But for us, if we have excess of competence,
you just keep picking.
We pick according to show of interest. Even you, Mildred, with your competence, if you come in FDC and you show interest and the system vetted you right, we will give you the ticket to run.
What makes the difference this time, especially because what we've already seen in the Forum for Democratic Change is that your party president, or the party presidents have in most cases always held the flag for the party. Today, it seems a bit different that the party president stays and the flag bearer is actually totally different. Did you have some changes, some discussion? Has there been a re-study of what has happened before where the president becomes a flag bearer and based upon that you chose that this time it will be different?
It was not a party constitution that would mandate that a party president automatically become the flag bearer. Mm-hmm. It is about show of interest. It is about democratic processes. If you look at Engineer Patrick Amuria Toboy, went into a countrywide tour to talk to our grassroots supporters, together with Nathan Nandala Mafabi, who is now a flag bearer. Mm-hmm. So at least it was an amicable agreement that made Engineer Patrick Amuria Toboy to leave it out for Nandala. So it is not an automatic.
But he stays as president.
Yeah, he's a president of the party, but not the candidate, not a presidential candidate for the party.
Okay, well, we'll be looking at that. Walid, you're going to this a fractured party. Because not too long ago, you birthed a baby when you had a split with the PFF, which is now an entirely different political party altogether. How does this leave you as a party that is going into the presidential polls? You've always been united, a formidable opposition political party, but now fractured, and fractured with allegations of a relationship with the sitting government that you're seeking to unseat.
Thank you very much. Actually, we are not fractured. We are united.
You
as a
are.
party.
You have a part of you that left.
No, we are united. In UPC, you have about 4 factions, each one claiming to be a presidential candidate.
But none has formed a new political party as it is for FDC.
But if you, in FDC, you have not had anybody claiming that I'm the rightful presidential candidate, not Nathan, then that means we are not fractured.
No,
we are one.
I'm talking about the fact that you are
Maybe
united
you are giving
front,
the background.
and you have a breakout from you.
But that is really not news to us. In 2009, the Honorable Betty Kamya broke away from FDC, formed the Uganda Federal Alliance. The party moved on. The party never died.
Okay.
In 2018, the Honorable retired Major General Mugisha Muntu, our immediate past president, broke ranks with the party, formed the Alliance for National Transformation. He actually went with almost 22 members of parliament. In that parliament, we had about 36 MPs. He went with a paraphernalia, a whole block of 22 members of parliament. The FDC never collapsed. In this very parliament, majority of the members of parliament are new, including my brother, the Honorable Dennis Oneka. Because the party is entrenched within the hearts of the Ugandans. So we decided to go to the ground, rebuild the party, and that's here we are. I can assure the country that even the loss that we registered in 2023, when our members went to PFF, we are, for the last 2 years, from 2023 up to date, we have not been relenting. We have been on ground. We are going to rebuild this party, and I can assure you, we have fronted formidable candidates who are going to win several constituencies and even at the level of presidency.
With this expression of failure to really have a united force or keeping the House at bay, how would you want Ugandans to trust your party with the presidency?
You see, a political party is like a fish net, a mukokota, that really brings all kinds of fish. You will have people with various interests. Actually, we aggregate various political interests. Within us, we may have people who have interest of leading the party. That if I'm not a party leader for today, we rather break the party. So we have them. For example, we had engagement to see that we can have one party. We can work together. The party leadership under the Honorable Engineer Patrick Amliato Boy, in our NEC meeting, we came up with a committee led by the Honorable, the late Professor Nabuiso, to come and bring peace. But some of our leaders, even before the report was published, they decided to say, we are leaving. Because they saw that the only interest for them was to become leaders. And the position that they presented forward was that let the leaders resign. Without them resigning, there is no party. So you have those kind of people. But the party has to move on. So for us as a party, we believe that what we want to do is to build a robust organization that can take charge of the destiny of this country, and we will build a new Uganda. That is the agenda that is that actually we follow as FDC under the leadership of the Honorable Engineer Patrick Amliato.
All right, Honorable Nekalit, you are taking a party to the people that is split. Of course, I think by now you have great-grandchildren from USA, Uganda Federal Alliance to the Alliance for the National Transformation, and now you have the People's Front for Freedom, all from the Forum for Democratic Change. But in that split, it's not just the people from the center who moved. There are also people at the grassroots who believed in the Forum for Democratic Change and have probably switched allegiance, or even not switched allegiance, but are still confused about where to be able to stand. What message do you take to them in that fragile state?
Yeah, thank you very much.
And of course, with the egg on the face of the allegations of eating what was called bad money from the government.
Thank you very much. I like how you're framing it.
That is how I had to quote it.
You brought it to the time that I should respond. Mildred, every home has disputes. Every political party has disputes. What matters a lot is how do you manage the dispute within your homes. Even in a home without an opposition is a weak home. At least the wife must be a bit of rebellious.
When the rebellion becomes hard, the home breaks, the marriage ends.
No, that's why I said how you manage it matters. When you look at the political parties in Uganda, nevertheless, Museveni made mention that by 2021 there will be no opposition to the party.
Right.
And he fought hard, by the way, to ensure that actually he depleted most of the opposition political parties. There's a lot of fractions and confusion in most of these opposition political parties, everywhere. If you have to look at FDC, we have that confusion. Look at DP, you heard what my big brother, the Honorable Norbert Mao, stated. They have that confusion. Look at UPC. I think up to now they have not yet been cleared for nomination because there are 3 candidates who want to take up the ticket. 4. Look at even NEET. You have been talking about NEET. NEET, Kabuleta. They suspended him.
Members,
Even himself was suspended from the party. Look at NUP. NUP itself, the fracture in it. The Mpuga's group has gone to DF, Democratic Front, or Force, something of the kind. So all these political parties, we have fragmentation, we have confusion. What matters a lot is how do we handle that? For us as members of